Rockstar has showed us quite a bit of information about cars in this trailer. And once you see the trailer over 100 times, you start to realize things they've actually added. Hopefully enjoy. There's one thing that I think Rockstar were trying to show so much in the GTA 6 trailer, and especially in trailer 2, nearly in every scene there were vehicles. There were actually trailers, so trucks that were towing trailers. Now this is huge, knowing that in GTA 5 there were hardly any cars that would tow. Like, towing was rare. Towing was not needed. The only thing you could tow that's needed in GTA Online is the anti-aircraft vehicle, and it was so annoying. And even if you did want to tow something, you have to go in areas like Polito, find the trailer, and they're just no use. But in GTA 6 it seems like they have multiple uses, and nearly all big utility vehicles can tow, like we see in the Journey towing. In GTA 6, there will be a self-drive option. Your car will be able to self-drive. And you gather this from the screenshots of the interior of the cars, where the entertainment is the same on more than one car. Now, it's the same on more than one car because they must work. They must have functions, unlike GTA 5. And one of the functions have driver assist there. And we know, if you play Red Dead 2, that if you go in cinematic mode, you put a waypoint to the certain area, the horse rides itself. Now, it makes a lot less sense of a horse riding itself than a vehicle. So clearly in GTA 6, there will be self-drive options. You won't be having to drive to locations. You can press on a waypoint in a certain area, let your car drive, and you go make copy. And by the time you come back, you're there at your destination on your PlayStation or Xbox. We've seen this screenshot in GTA 6, which raised a lot of questions, and there's a lot to think about. But next to the clear flood gauge, which seems to be the center of attention for this picture, you do see a road. This flood gauge is mainly aimed towards cars. So you can see how the flood level is, and you can see if you can cross it with your vehicle. Now in GTA 5, you just had to guess if your car could make it through certain waters. But I'm guessing in GTA 6, you will now have a limit. When you buy a car on the website, it will say what the water fording limit is of the car. And this just means that there'll be so many different descriptions of what your car can do and what your car limit is, just like a real life car website, instead of Southern San Andreas and Legendary Motorsports, where it just shows the normal stats. There's something that interests me about these two pictures. Now, there's things you can't even see in the pictures until you zoom up or lighten up the picture, and you see two different truck beds with things inside. In GTA 5, the only way we could get things in the back of a truck bed is if the modification was items in the truck bed. You couldn't really load the truck beds in free mode, but even though they're hard to see, there are examples in trailer 2. And I think we will have the mechanism to pick up certain things or pick up dead animals and then place them in the back of your truck, just the same way we stowed it on the back of our horse in Red Dead 2. And this would be really cool, just adding items in the back of your vehicle and being able to drive around with them. Another thing that we actually picked up from the infotainment system, and that's the seat function. In GTA, of course, you've got different player heights. Everyone knows that. There's short people, there's tall people. And of course, every car can't accommodate that. Every car can't have the same seat position for tall, short. So in GTA 6, they've thought about that. And you can actually move the seating position. So on the screen, you can actually move it electronically. And you're probably thinking, Helly, you sound confident with this one. And yeah, from other sources, we've seen vehicle seat adjustment. I'm actually fascinated to know how they're going to do this with older vehicles, but it's nice to see that, because in GTA 5, everyone is the same height, so you don't have that issue, but your legs glitch into so many cars, they just end up being in the dashboard, and when you're sitting in the back seat as well, it ends up being in the driver's seat. Everyone was ecstatic about this, but I do think, just like the interior upgrade, mirrors are also something that should be a given. Like, they should be doing this in GTA 6. If they didn't, it would be a massive downfall of a new game. You can't have a game that's releasing in 2026 and the mirrors don't work. In GTA 5, they promised us a new feature of reflections if you had newer gen consoles, but even with the ray tracing in newer gen consoles, the mirrors still didn't work. But as you see in the trailer in GTA 6, clearly we see the mirrors working just fine. And we can see it works on humans. You can see Jason passing the woman and the penumbra, and you can see her pink clothes in the rearview mirror. There's clearly going to be working, functioning mirrors with a great amount of detail. This is a big one, but this is also an obvious, clear one. Interiors are no longer what we know as of in GTA 5. GTA 5 really was a joke. A lot of people can say GTA 5 is 12 years old. You know, there's copy and paste interiors, but even newer cars in GTA 5 after the DLCs, there was still copy and paste interiors. They weren't making new interiors with the acceptance of a few different cars. But you can see in this video, in the Primo, in the Jackal, had the same interior as the Rolls Royce, but just different colored trim and a wood effect instead of a flat trim. And it always bothered everyone, especially when they made it first person ages ago. But GTA 6 has gone over the top and has made interiors realistic as well. Manual transmission, we wanted this in GTA 5 for so long. And then last year they did bring it out, but only as a game mode. This took the mick. Like, honestly, Rockstar, you're showing us that it works on all cars. And then in GTA 5, you add it only as a race, a drag race option. You don't add it in the whole game. It really annoyed me, but this has to be in GTA 6 because they've shown they can do it in GTA 5 with old data, and they clearly show manual transmissions that are not pixelated like in GTA 5. And in GTA 5, they do actually have manual shifting. And I'm guessing they're going to copy the same layout. Circle's going to be upshift and X is going to be downshift, which is B and A on Xbox controllers. Now, this is one of the things that I'm not 100% certain about, and it's repeated traffic. This has been in GTA since the beginning of time. There's always certain areas where you'll see the same traffic. If you're driving a certain car, you'll see the same car everywhere. But in GTA 6, it does show blimps of there being loads of different vehicles in a current scene. But at the same time, on screenshots, it has shown 3 BSTRs in a parking lot, then followed by 3 or 4 bisons in the same parking lot, and that's in one of the postcards. But in other screenshots, you zoom up and you see loads of varieties of different cars. So who knows with this one? Customizations in GTA 6 don't just seem like they're going to be limited to certain vehicles. Of course, you're going to have the options of donk and lift kits being only available on certain vehicles. In GTA 6, I don't think there's going to be cars that have 0 modifications and then other cars that have 250 plus modifications. I think it's going to be spread out, and clearly we're going to have a lot of different custom shops, not just LS Customs or any one stop that's included in your garage. There's going to be places that specialize in different areas of the map, of lift kits, somewhere where you can get the slab modifications, donk, lift kits. They're all different areas of the map, and it's cool because it then populates areas of the map, unlike GTA 5 where it all started off in LSC, and that's the most populated part of the map. Everyone knows LSC is where everything happens. Bumper stickers. We've seen a different variety of bumper stickers in trailer 2, but what we've noticed, especially from trailer 1, is the fact that there are going to be certain places where you can get just stickers, just vinyls, and that's from Vice Vinyls. Seems to be a wrap shop and you can just sticker up your car. What we don't know just yet is if you can actually design these stickers yourself. I do think that's an option Rockstar should add, but if it's in GTA 6, we don't know. But these bumper stickers, there's not only bumper stickers. You can see from the trailer 1 that there's different logos, different hashtags. You can place these wherever you want. In GTA 5, clearly, you only had liveries where it had the stickers or the sponsors already placed in a certain place. And the only thing you could actually stick on the car is your crew tag logo, and you couldn't move that wherever you wanted. I'm going to keep this one simple. I know it's very short, but in GTA 5, there's just no vans that you can customize. Yeah, there's like the Moonbeam and specialized vans, but the normal commercial utility vans you see on the street, you can't really customize them. You can remove liveries, and really that's about it. There's not many customizations on vans that are just normal looking commercial vans. In GTA 6, you see a Transit with livery modifications, and I have no doubt that you can add a lot more modifications to that Transit. Was there anything I missed? Do you think there was any vital car information that I missed out of this video? I'd like to get your guys' take on this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.